forest road that I wanted. The fastest route to Summit Lake is a forest road that I think it's 67, but that's probably not the right number, but it's 60 something, and it is I guess really, really hard to navigate with low clearance vehicles. My Jeep's great, but it's not lifted, so it's a little bit closer to the ground than I would like. So I didn't really want to take that way and risk being out here alone, no service, and getting stuck. It just wasn't what I wanted to do this weekend. But I found Forest Road 21, and let me tell you, there is no way in hell that the other forest road is this beautiful. I don't know what lake this is. I think it's like Hills Creek, or I might be making that up too. But I just can't even believe that all of this is out here. I moved to Eugene back in November, and I really haven't seen as much as I would like. I honestly, when I first got here, I just assumed that there really wasn't much out here. But the more I explore and the more comfortable I get doing all these things alone, I just realize how much I have been missing out on. And I came out here this weekend for a couple of long runs, and just on the way here, I'm just sitting here thinking about how much this has nothing to do with going out and getting my miles in. It has everything to do with just really getting out and seeing what I want to see, and not having to have a person that I do that with. I mean, it would be great, but I love people, but I don't have to wait to have somebody to do this with. I'm gonna have to pause this because I don't know which way to go. Okay, I'm back. That's probably gonna be my last outhouse for a while. I'm gonna miss that. Although I mean, it was pretty bad, so I don't know that it was better than outside. So, but anyway, yep, just driving along this Forest Road 21 for the rest of my life. It says speed limit's 55, but I can't imagine anybody going 55 on this road and living to tell about it. The road's really good though. It's just pretty windy. I just saw my first person for the last hour, so that was cool. We're just passing, just me, Sand Prairie Campground, I think. I don't think there's an actual campground out here. But it's pretty cool. I can't see the lake anymore. But what I was saying was that, campground, actual campground, is that it's definitely not about just getting out here to do miles. It's all about just getting out and breaking up my routine, and not just living, I know it's the weekend right now, but not just living for the weekend. I get so caught up in, I'm working in a job that, I'm grateful to have, but it's not by any means what I want to do for the rest of my life. But I think it's character building, and I think that it's great that I get to, I can afford to come out and do things like this, and I can afford my Jeep, and I can afford to take the time to do things like this. And my job is one of the reasons why I get to do that. So I'm very grateful for it, but it can be very draining to go and work 45, 50 hours a week at a job that, when you were a little kid, you weren't like, when I grow up, I'm gonna, work in the front office of a dental office. Wasn't my dream. But starving artist doesn't exactly pay the bills, so I'm very grateful. But it can be very draining doing something like that when all you want to do is play outside and draw. Because apparently I'm a 5-year-old. But anyway, I was out here, and I'm just floored. Like I can't even believe how beautiful it is out here. And I'm stoked that there aren't tons of people out here, leaving the trash and making their mark on this. But I also want to encourage everybody to take a look and see what's around you. And just because it looks like it's going to be really hard to get to doesn't mean that it's not worth it. We get so caught up in doing what's easy, and oh, I'm not going to have cell service out there. Oh God, like, how am I going to find my way? You know, I took all of the precautions. I printed all the maps. I took all the screenshots of the directions in case my directions fail me. And I did research, because what's easy isn't always, best. Planning this was really hard, and I haven't even gotten there yet. But I'm really excited to see that part of the PCT and go play on Diamond Peak and just see all the views. And I got beer and I got food and bag form. Lasagna is going to be dinner tonight, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, being alone and seeing all this, like, I want to share it with somebody. I want to tell somebody. I want them to see what I'm seeing, and this is basically the only way that I could, I felt that I could just kind of share how amazing this is. Don't worry, I am watching the road most of the time. Hands-free, see? Hands are on the wheel, kind of. No, they are. Just kidding. Anyway, I'll probably be back. I just wanted to just encourage you to get out, because this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Alright, now that I'm like this vlogger, I don't even know what's happening. I can't even believe it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do it. I was thinking about my mom a little bit earlier today, and how she passed when I was probably 26, but she never got to see anything like this. And I just think it's really interesting that this is my life. Like, I just go. I go out and I go see these things, and my mom would have never ever done that. I mean, it makes me sad. I don't know that it was something that she wanted to do, but I don't see her as being the kind of person who would be okay with doing it alone. I think she would need somebody to plan it out for her and take her there and feed her. And my mom was so paralyzed by anything out of the ordinary or anything that would make her uncomfortable that she would never experience new things. My mom didn't even like to drive downtown Portland, which, I mean, who does? That's kind of horrible, but not really a good example. But if something was downtown, she definitely wasn't going to that. And my mom died when she was 40 years old. And I think I do all of these things partially because she never got to, and she never, her toolbox wasn't equipped with the empowerment to do these things. She needed a man at all times, and she needed everything planned out for her. And somebody, if the man she was with didn't like what she wore, she changed it. If somebody at work didn't like what she did, she changed it. I don't even know that my mom really had friends. I think when you're so reliant on what everybody else thinks about you, and you let that become who you are, I think it makes it really hard to have friends. And I know that, like, I struggle with a little bit of the people-pleasing syndrome, as I'd like to call it. But I think I'm getting better at doing what I want to do. I remember dating somebody who made fun of people making vlogs. And here I am on a forest road in the middle of nowhere. No cell service, kind of hungry, and I'm making a vlog. And I'm just talking. Ooh, secret campground. I want to go there. But anyway, I don't know why I'm thinking about her so much lately. My dad shared a song on Facebook last night that he wrote for her, and I think that probably has her heavy on my mind right now. I just miss her. I'm not sure what I miss, but I think you love your mom no matter what. And I think I just wanted a different life for her. And the only way that I feel that I can give her that is to live my life the way I would have wanted it for her. And I've made a lot of bad decisions. And I don't think that's the point. I think that the point is I keep trying. She gave up. And I'd like to think that if she could do it all over again, she wouldn't have. So every day, I'm apologizing to my phone right now while making a video that nobody will probably ever see. My point is that every day I keep trying, and I keep doing that because she gave up, and I wanted something different for her, and this is the only way I can give her that. Every day I just keep trying. Every day I do better. I try to do better. And I really think that that's all anybody can ask of you, is just to keep trying. There are literally runners out on this road right now. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, that's my story. I'll probably be back because this is kind of fun. No, fun's a strong word. It's too strong. It's therapeutic. Talking to myself like a crazy person. Thank you for being